Hello and welcome to the second game of day number 12 of StarLadder Season 6. It is Alliance versus DD Dota, and we will see one game between these two teams. Unfortunately, it's just the best out of one, but luckily it is a best out of one, because best out of ones are the most explosive games that they are, and we will see how these two teams will match up against each other for the first time ever, because these two teams in these compositions have not met yet. So I will be here together with my co-caster Vykromond to see how this is gonna go. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm so excited for I'm gonna savor every part of this game like a fine meal, because right from the draft phase, you have two very different draft strategies facing off against each other. Two of what, in my opinion, are some of the best drafters in the Western scene. S4, with this highly regimented style, we pick this hero at this time. There's an amazing piece on the blog Dota Metrics that people should check out. Great piece on the Alliance drafting strategy. And then, of course, Goblak on DD, the ultimate sort of new draft strategist, thinking of new ideas. Treant Protector, a first ban here, of course, one of his signature heroes. I'm so excited to see what these teams pull out, how they play it, who actually wins.
Apparently DD is confident with Bulldog's Lone Druid. Before we jump ourselves into the draft even more, just a quick rundown of how things are standing. It's pretty simple though for these two teams. DD has played 3 games, Alliance in theory 2. Of course, they are both get a win from QPad, but both are undefeated as of yet, and that will change for one of these teams. We're gonna see which one. So, if you want to check out those scores by yourself, by the way, as I only showed them for a short period of time, you go to StarLadder.tv and you'll find yourself the scores under the league section in the Dota 2 section. So, yeah, Wisp Bet, Treant, Lifestealer. Treant Protector banned out, of course, you mentioned that. That's something that Goblex loves to do, is just their thing, banned out. They did not ban the... Oh my god! Signature heroes all over! We've got S4's Magnus, we've got Bulldog's Lone Druid. Of course, Bane and Gyro, strong pickups. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're still a very strong combination with the Nightmare into the Rocket Barrage and all that stuff. But, I mean... the heroes on Alliance are strong on itself, and then also making them the signature heroes of your opponent team. Of the team. I mean, it's gonna be tough for DD.
Definitely. They do have this Bane that they've used to fantastic effect a lot of times. He's pretty effective against Lone Druid. You can do things like Enfeeble the Bear to just really annoy him and make him deal less damage. But I like these pickups. I mean, as you said, these pickups for Alliance, fantastic. We've got the Son of Magnus on Magnus, and then, of course, the Lone Druid in addition. And Leshrac, one of EGM, plays very well on this hero. So overall, I like both teams' drafts, honestly. Good early securing of the Gyrocopter for DD. This third pick might take us for a spin, though. I think they may try to seek to pick something up weird. Like, maybe even the Razor again, since they're facing Lone Druid. I'm not sure.
But this early on, because are you expecting Alliance to otherwise ban it out? I'm kind of expecting them to still pick up a core, perhaps.
If they don't take a core now, I think, like, if they take another support, I would expect Alliance to 5th ban the Razor, maybe. So Queen of Pain gets picked up for Funzy. He is a very aggressive Queen of Pain. And, of course, she's an aggressive hero, so it's good.
Yeah, I like this pickup a lot. We know that that DD has... Yeah, I mean, overall, I just like Queen of Pain in terms of what she brings to the team. Let's just put it that way. What she brings to a game. Mid-game aggression, all-round hero, strong in the laning phase, very strong. One of the strongest mid-heroes, of course. And on top of that, in the late game, also very useful, because if she had a successful mid-game, she'll have a Hex. She'll be... And a high burst damage hero, provided that there's no BKBs to stop her, and of course she'll bring that control as well. So I really like this pickup, it offers a lot, and so far what we see from Alliance is, I mean, they've got Lone Druid, we know that Admiral Bulldog farms real fast on that, but it's still fairly late-ish games, or on the later part of the mid game, let's put it that way. Leshrac, very nice, but also not as good as making things happen, and then they only have the Magnus right now to really do something in the mid game, and even though that RP is very strong, for mid-game, right now, I would say DD.
Yeah, I like what DD is drafting here. One of the things I really like what they're doing is these bans and the lack of bans targeted at Loda. I feel like a lot of teams fall into the trap of, oh my god, Loda can play this hero, so we have to ban PA, and he can play Alchemist, so we gotta ban Alchemist, of course, and he can ban Anti-Mage, so on and so forth. What DD are doing is targeting everybody else. Oh, I love this.
I see Aki only, though. Like, Aki-chan. Aki...
Yeah.
Ogre.
But
and
I
the
think
Shadow
this is really
Demon.
smart. honestly. But the Bat Rider also taken out. So the one thing is the Chen, because yeah, he can just sidestep into the Enchantress. But I think these are about as good bans as you can ask for against Alliance. We were talking yesterday, and I said, I don't think you can actually just blow up Alliance in the draft. I don't think you can have a much big outdraft. You have to just get a good draft that works for you and out-execute them. This could change next patch, but we should talk about that some other time.
Yeah, we are seeing the Enchantress, so Aki will still be able to play a hero that he really likes, even though, of course, he likes his Chen more. But still, a hero that is making a lot of stuff happen early game. I just mentioned that Queen of Pain was one of those heroes when she's level 6. Enchantress does it before then. She's one of those heroes that can already be aggressive very early on, because she can have 2 creeps at level 1 if she wants to, and can make a very aggressive laning phase there for Alliance possible. So which carry are we going to see with that will support that? Is there a chance we're going to see Alliance do an aggressive tri-lane perhaps with an Enchantress in the Dire jungle?
That is something that they've done before. This aggressive jungle Chen or Enchantress to generate pressure is actually a very popular pickup for them. That really comes down to what the carry pickup is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, we already mentioned Loda
Which
plays
can be
this,
anything,
Loda plays that. I mean, it can
but
be really anything.
Yeah, if it's something like Anti-Mage, you will not see the aggressive try, obviously. And keep in mind, Lifestealer has been taken out, actually, by Alliance themselves, because they were seeking to secure up the Lone Druid if possible in this game.
Yeah, and in terms of ban for Alliance, I mean, they ban out 2 offlaners with the Darkseer and the Clockwork there. Another support that would make the lane of DD very safe, the Keeper of Light getting banned out there. But the Nature's Prophet's still in the pool, so that will be something that DD picks up. And still, I mean, the laning is still not entirely clear, as in, of course we know that Bane and Gyro will be on the same lane, but they still have the potential to go aggressive. We still have the Leshrac and Lina in the pool to follow up on that Nightmare. We even have the Jakiro, which we know that they sometimes play as well together with that Bane. So a lot of potential there, and they could even try to pick up something like an Enigma, which we actually saw earlier today in the Eastern Qualifiers Grand Finals. I mean, just go with Enigma inside that jungle, because you know that Enchantress will be in that jungle, making a difference in terms of gold for Alliance. And even though Nature's Prophet can also go into that jungle, you want to try and at least make that difference even.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's going to... I mean, again, I think both teams will come out of this draft looking strong, and it comes down to those execution things that you mentioned. The usage of the Nature's Prophet will be a huge scale tipper, because if sometimes when a Nature's Prophet is played well, he's just in the right place at the right time 100% of the time, and he really screws you over. That's what you can sort of do. Alliance are very good generally at positioning themselves and rotating. And Nature's Prophet is sometimes difficult to position against simply because, you know, at any given time, he could be anywhere. So they go with the Alchemist, nice solid pick. This doesn't necessarily tell us whether they're going to go with the aggressive jungle or the safe jungle. So actually, they can pretty much play it either way.
Yeah, we'll be all up to DD to maybe scout that out with some of the trails that Nature's Protection, Nature's Prophet will have. Nature's Protection? What? Nature's Prophet will have. Because otherwise, well, I guess knowing DD a bit, like we haven't seen that much of them. I mean, of course they were very dominant in the Western qualifier, but because they were dominant, they went through the winners bracket, so they didn't play as many games as we saw other teams. So still a fairly unknown team. We actually saw them, by the way, beating Na'Vi. That was the one loss that StarLadder has. Na'Vi has in StarLadder. That was against DD. But DD likes to play, like you said earlier, also before this game. They like to play their game. So maybe they don't care about what kind of laning Alliance does. They just think we are going to be doing what we want to do, and we are going to be running it the way we want it. And wow, that was a surprise pickup. I mentioned that you might want to have something in the jungle. I'm actually not sure if they're going to run that in the jungle, because Lycan is a bit stronger on lane. But welcome, Lycanthrope, to your competitive match of the first one of the week. No, yes, maybe.
This is the first time we've seen Lycan in a little bit of a while. He's a pocket pick for certain. So the main thing is that the team that uses Lycanthrope most often, which is LGD International, hasn't played any official games in a long time. I think they're in Dota Super League Group B, so we'll see more games from them really soon. The Lycan is an interesting pick here. We'll have to see how they actually end up laning. I think this means you pretty much have to put the Nature's Prophet In a lane? No, he's actually picked up his Nature's Call. So you can lane Lycan. He's a very laneable character. The only thing is that he's quite weak early in lane, so he can be punished if the other team tries to sort of reach out and gank him early.
Yeah, and he can go into the jungle as well. If you meant lane, or did you mean jungle previously? You said lane.
Sorry, for whom?
Lycan. Because you can
Lycan?
go into you can go into the jungle with the Lycan if you want to.
You can.
It's just not as ideal anymore, and we sometimes actually see the Howl being picked up before anything else, before even the wolves. If,
so you can lane with Howl level 1, and then it actually pushes your mid out really hard, and that can be very useful depending. There's a bunch of things that you can, tricks that you can do with Lycan in the lane, but it actually kind of, to me, looks like he might be jungling, most likely, with the Nature's Prophet off lane.
Yeah, so far we do indeed see that. Let's see who's playing what. So Jolene or Shokska is playing the Nature's Prophet on the bottom lane. Looks like indeed fucking Mad will be going into the jungle. Hasn't picked up anything. There we go. Shield and Quelling Blade. That's jungle build for you. It's a lycanthrope for him, of course, this game. This is still S4 in the mid lane. Or S4, what am I saying? What? No, for Funzy in the mid lane. S4 is on the other team, on the other one in the mid. But Funzy playing in the Queen of Pain, even though he has got an awkward lane. That is Funzy. Goblak on his Bane support. And the last one is Silent, the Gyrocopter, the carry that likes to be involved in a lot of fights early on. So probably something that we'll see from him as well today, as I'll leave Alliance to you.
Sure. So we do have Admiral Bulldog playing the solo safe lone druid, as I think you and I surmised he might. This leaves S4 going up in the middle on Magnus, of course, probably his #1 most signature hero. That leaves Ake as the possibly offensive jungle enchantress. Loda will be going up on the hard carry alchemist in this top lane, and EGM on Leshrac supporting as well.
Yeah, and that makes for a very volatile lane. What?
So nothing. Fucking Mad is pretty much jungling very, very well so far, actually. I was wondering why he was letting the wolves die, but they were actually almost expired. So, Lycan jungling has changed since TI2. If you have low time on the wolves, you use the wolves to tank, but unlike pre-patch, you can't use the wolves to tank all the time. You have to tank with your body when the wolves have a lot of time left on them. And you see that's what he's doing right now. He's absorbing quite a bit of damage on the hero. That's why he went Stout Shield first. It's slower, but it's actually still a fairly legitimate approach. You sometimes need the courier time more than some other heroes.
Yeah, we do have EGM maybe in a bit of a... Oh, he is going to be a bit of trouble. Never mind, he tries to juke and he successfully does, so nicely done. Ooh, Goblak looking for that nightmare. The wolves are also there. They could be trying to look for this, but here comes Aki with 2 creeps, so they have to back out again. I mean, this is dangerous. The one thing, though, that I want to point out, we do have, of course, Lycan in the jungle and farming, and Aki would expect... maybe to him to do the same, but he's not farming. He is on the aggressive tri-lane. He's basically got 2 camps that he has, and he can't really farm that all too successful. And he is trying to get killed. He's trying to create things here on this top lane, and therefore is gonna get behind in terms of gold compared to fucking Mad.
Gotcha.
Exactly. Meanwhile, the nice thing for Alliance here is that I really don't see Bulldog losing this lane against Sakshka. Nature's Prophet versus Lone Druid is a bit back and forth, but once Lone Druid is level 5, which will happen soon as he's already 4, Nature's Prophet really just has to sit back and let the treants do the work for him, because an unlucky entangle, and we're talking about Bulldog here, and you are going down.
Yeah, in the meantime, EGM might be going down as well. Their Edict is already popped. He's trying to juke the Rocket Barrage coming up from Silent. Successfully so. Loda, he charged up the stun. He went for Silent. Does he really want to dive through this acid spray? It looks like he does. Oh, actually, it's his acid spray. What am I saying? Wolves coming in. Loda backing out again. This is. I mean, who cares about creeps on the lane, right? Just trying to get the first blood going as they back off again.
Yeah, Alliance just generating a lot of jungle pressure, forcing basically what you can do, because Lycan is a slower jungler now than he used to be. If you can just persuade him to have to come into the lane or come close to the lane to help out Silent and Goblak, which so far they've done a good job of, you slow that down even more. So it's not even that Lycan isn't capable of jungling here, it's that fucking Mad keeps being pulled into these pseudo-engagements with the aggressive tri-lane, which is causing him to sort of really slide in terms of how he's picking up his XP.
Yeah, one thing that is making the difference here now is that Silent is actually level 4, with level 3 still up on Alchemist. I mean, level 2's up on the Bane as well as on the Lycan, with the level 2's of course also up on the other 2 supports, but that one level, it will make a difference for sure, especially with Flak Cannon and Rocket Barrage being so high impact. I mean, you mentioned in the previous game that Gyrocopter is very strong early game and very strong late game, and the reason for that is just very simple. It's his spells, and getting him those higher levels earlier on is very, very effective. And talking about levels, level 5 Lone Druid, so this is trouble for Shocksky right here, as talking about trouble, Nightmare up on Loda. Rocket Barrage will also hit on a lot of creeps if Silent would have popped it, and therefore he does not creep wave there to save Loda's life. The supports, they were actually checking out the Dire Jungle. Oh, never mind. Goblak goes to get stunned. Can he go down? It looks like he can. The Nightmare is still there, only for a short period of time though. And it is gonna be Loda diving this. The first blood goes on the bottom lane, but the Bane still goes down. It is Silent taking a lot of damage from that Edict as well, and will, in the end, go down. Fucking Mad tries to do what he can, but the Nature's Attendants from Aki keep everybody up, and Alliance will go away with 3 kills across the map, because that was a level 5 that we saw the Entangle coming out on Shocksky, and Shocksky going down because of that. So 3 kills on the entire map, with of course the aggressive tri-lane that one as well.
Right, so one essentially fairly... Ooh, nice skewer by S4. He's not quite level 6, but I think he gets Funzy. Yes, he does. So, 4 kills for Alliance. That really shouldn't have happened, the Magnus skewer back. He didn't even have RP to lock Funzy down. That was just a little bit of mispositioning. So I would say 2 fairly prosaic kills, the Lone Druid and the Magnus, and 2 extremely impressive kills. The pincer movement from EGM to catch that split earth on the backside of the tier 1 tower, and then chasing and using the Edict to get the double kill. He might be in trouble here now, but he's already done quite a bit of work.
Yeah, we actually have Funzy coming in as well, but Loda, he throws out a stun, maybe buys some time for EGM to run away, but that Rocket Barrage, it is too much. It is at least Silent getting a kill. I mean, they kind of need these kind of kills, because right now, basically everybody of DD has died once, apart from the Lycan, who has, as you said, has been just shot down enough already. So, oh, wait a second, that's an RP, up on Shockska, skewer back towards EGM, the Edict is there, the TP attempt is not going to be enough, because EGM picks up another kill, 3rd kill of the game for him. And that's 4 uses RP to get it.
Exactly. This is that movement and rotation we're talking about here. EGM earns 2 kills. Okay, he dies on the supportless rack, but he's immediately in another lane securing another kill. And that's, I mean, pretty much excellent play from the support. Right now, because this tri-lane, this tri-verse tri has been so contentious, levels are a bit of a problem for DD, and especially the level 3 Lycanthrope. They need to try to catch up on this Lycan if at all possible, because they're struggling to contain Bulldog. I mean, my god, he's diving Sockshka under the tier 2. He's probably going to back out of this, but still.
Yeah, he was looking for entangles, ended up getting one on the creep. As the Shrek actually goes down, that was Queen of Pain still diving. Sonic Wave just blew up EGM. Looks like Goblak is gonna pay for that though. Magnet's getting a return kill. So kill for a kill. Funzy, where is Funzy? Oh, Funzy, there's Funzy. Aki.
He's dead.
He is dead. Level
dead.
3 in chat.
Oh,
Oh, stick charges. Rune. Bottle charges. Aki, careful. Aki, careful. He goes down. Shocksky getting the kill with his ultimate. S4 coming in to try and take down Queen of Pain. He is gonna not get that though. Nice TP
Huge
out.
Funzy plays.
And oh yeah, Shocksky, even though he got that kill, he still went down. That was entangles for you. There is action happening all over the map. Alliance, they keep DD just... DD can't find any peace of mind. And they need to find peace of mind. They need to find places to farm. Because Silent, he needs that farm. Like you said, the Lycan, he needs those levels. They can't find them right now because Alliance is everywhere.
Yeah, it's rare that Alliance takes this aggressive of an early game posture. We usually see them more or less quiet in the laning phase and then bursting out in the mid game, but they are really putting the screws, including top again. They're actually diving a little bit too hard because that's 2 times now that the 4 or the 5 has attempted to solo dive a core and failed. So, Funzy, amazing play there to actually survive the Enchantress and then later the Magnus. I thought that Ake with the double Centaur stun was going to easily kill the Queen of Pain, but the Queen of Pain survived, got a kill. Now Gyrocopter survives against EGM. I think Alliance could stand to play a little bit more Alliance-y here so that they don't fritter away their lead.
Yeah, and
Loda could even be in trouble.
Yeah, because of those solo kills, the levels on DD are actually starting to look a bit okay again, as they're gonna go for Loda here. There will be a Nightmare to hold him in place in just a moment. Let's see it, Goblak. He's not even needing it. Aki comes in. Loda charging up the stun. Now Goblak in a lot of trouble, and with a lot of trouble, I kind of mean that he is just dead. And there was no other support there, or support rather, to help take down Loda, apart from fucking Matt, and he's level 4. So good luck with having a level 4 Bane and a level 4 Lycanthrope trying to take down a level 7 Alchemist that had his chemical range on.
Right. It's just incredible regeneration of both health and mana, for that matter, that he's able to just constantly use his max rank unstable concoction. They're gonna maybe try again, but the cooldown misses, and without that slow, I don't see how they kill Loda here. Bulldog has actually rotated over as well, so continuing with that alliance rotation, and Lycanthrope still can't find a way into this game just yet.
Yeah, this rotation from Bulldog actually might be good for Shocksky. I mean, looks like he still might try to go for a Hanamitis. Would be a bit late, but knowing Nature's Prophet, he will be making a good use of that. As by the way, wait a second, Goblak getting slowed down there, but Aki can't really chase it down. They decide to go for the tower instead, knowing that DD cannot really initiate, but they might try. Fucking Matt is around here as well. Still doesn't have his ult. He's still level 5.
Oh wow, Silent. Nice skewer back. Good fish by S4 using the haste rune. Haste rune's sort of like a pseudo blink. They're going to find fucking Matt as well.
Yeah, RP, Split Earth, you're dead. EGM going down as well though, but Godlike, he'll pay for that one. There's no way he's getting out of this one, or at least he shouldn't. But maybe Funzy is gonna make him able to. Lodi chasing him down though, the stun, he needs a bit of vision, finds the vision, gets the kill. Funzy not able to help that one, and it's 11-5. The first tier 1 tower only just went down, but Alliance looking in very good shape. DD, trying to find a space to make their movements. They try to respond, but they are just, every time again, they're like one step behind.
Yeah, it's because, I mean, DD picked a lineup that they knew would have the inferior laning phase, and so they're like, okay, we'll build up Midas on the Nature's Prophet or something. We'll sort of get the Lycan more or less safe if we can, and we'll build up those 3 cores and out carry Alliance. Oh, actually, trouble in the mid.
Yeah, looks like DD, they were the ones to initiate. Sonic Wave will hit an EGM. Funzy wants to go for that one. We'll take it. Stun still hits up on Funzy, though. That's not what you want to get in return for killing off a Shrek. You do not want to die for that. Goblak gonna get netted by Aki. Tries to block a bit with his troll. Here comes Loda with the skewer. The brain step was still there, helping Goblak out a bit. And Funzy, he bought back. He wants to go for S4. Roshan, you're gonna help DD a bit. But S4 on the run from the wolves, tries to TP out, should be able to. There's no disable here to stop them from TPing out, and they don't get a return kill. By the way, the only real stop they have from people TPing out is a Nightmare and a homing missile.
Well, I actually think that Funzy just with damage could have killed S4, but a very neat choice from Loda, throwing the unstable concoction on Funzy, even though he wasn't the closest tier to S4 at the time, making sure that the one person who could kill S4 before he could TP wouldn't be able to do it because he would be stunned up. So really nice team play overall here, and Alliance taking this aggressive early posture to punish the fact that DD took this more mid-game push-geared lineup. DD can't even think about starting to push now, because they're just being run ragged across the map. And so the main advantage of their lineup, their ability to push, create map control, and then out-farm Alliance, is being completely nullified. The Alchemist, of course, just take a look at what they're doing. Alchemist only has 1 rank of Grievel's Greed. Compare this to almost every single Alchemist game that we see these days. They are going right at the throat of DD to prevent the push train from ever getting started.
Yeah, that split pushing potential is what DD is. It's just, you know, it's their strength, and they need some time to get their items up to make it possible. And so far, Alliance just shutting them down hard. As we see EGM at level 6, his items don't really, I mean, he did actually, there are 6 skills on DD, 5 of those are EGM, and the other one is the Enchantress Aki. Oh, and Tangles, of course there is, and a Splitter, Funzy, dead. But yeah, that is, by the way, that is 5 deaths on one hero and 1 on the other. That's all the deaths that Alliance have. Bulldog, Loda, S4, not a scratch.
Right, EGM has used his body basically to protect his team, and even so, because he's been part of enough kills, he's still done with Urn of Shadows. Again, this aggressive, sustained, push DD so that they can't push you. Loda, a little bit of Shadow Amulet play here. Oh my goodness!
Oh, he finds
turn around.
S4. Be there as well. Goblak already used his brain step. There's no hope for him. He tries. I admire that. Loda chasing him down. He needs just 1 hit. Or 2, maybe 1. I think 1. Ooh, 2. Kill steal. S4 gets set.
Meanwhile, Ake dueling Sakshka here in the mid. Ake might be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, Nature's Attendants will try to help him out, but he's gonna get blocked in completely with the Sonic Wave over the top. Stick Chargers try to help out, but Fonzie comes back in to seal the deal. The RP and Edson too, though. Shockwave going through as well. Fucking Mad coming in from the side, but the cooldown comes down as well. It is S4 that actually goes down first. It is Bulldog that is on the run right now. Where is his bear? He needs to try and entangle people, but the Split Earth from EGM on par with the Edict. Fonzie in some trouble, but he blinks away just in time on 30 HP. EGM gets sprouted. Bear tries to help out EGM. Looks to be successful with fucking Mad's ulti running out. That was a brilliant counter initiation coming up from the Loda. Lone Druid gets the Queen of Pain. Jolene, the Shoxka still goes down. Godlike tries to brainstorm, tries to do something, but I'm not sure what he thinks to achieve here. It was looking so good for DD for such a short time, and then they don't back off in time, just overstay their welcome, which is, by the way, on their side of the map, so I guess it's not entirely the way to say it, but Alliance, they come back, and they kill off everybody there, and apart from fucking Mad, who is still only one death, but he is going to be having a second death real soon, because he is... Yeah, he is quite dead, actually securing that one.
Fucking Mad, the Lycanthrope hasn't had the time to actually develop, so he's only marginally useful when his ultimate is up, and completely useless when his ultimate is down. And now Alliance, between the Enchantress heal and the Urn of Shadows on the Leshrac, they basically don't have to stop pressuring ever, because now they simply have the heals to live through most of what DD can throw at them. Some interesting small plays in that. I mean, both these teams are extremely high level. They make some brilliant plays. Shadow Amulet into turning around the fight top was excellent from Loda, even before Shadowblade was up. Shadow Amulet's getting its cooldown reduced. Not its cooldown, its effectiveness. Actually, they're still fighting. Fonzie might get Ego.
Gotta give his life. Edic still doing some damage to Fonzie, though. Fonzie did take down... take down a kill. It's actually gonna be able to stay alive once more, and Bulldog now on the run. This is a double kill already going the way of Silent. With Nature's Prophet getting the third one. This is four people dead on the side of Alliance. But the only one surviving is Loda, and he is the only one right now that hasn't died yet. And he just wasn't there in that fight. He was trying to farm.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of mistaken there. I thought that they probably could stay in and just continue pressuring DD, but DD really pulled that fight together, getting Alliance cut. Alliance were sort of not deciding whether they wanted to completely pull out, partially pull out, kill one person and then leave, and DD really exploited that. That's a free Roshan for them, basically, in addition to a 4-kill. That's a huge deal. If you look at the level deficit, it's been majorly cut by that last team fight. If you can kill the entire enemy team and not die, wow, what a pause.
Right after the Roshan died, before it gets picked up. But there's nobody in here from Alliance that can try to snatch this, so that helps. But yeah, I mean, it looked like some TP'd out, some said, oh, Goblet comes out, maybe we can still kill him. So they killed him real fast. But then all of a sudden, everybody of DD was there, and they were able to just make the advantage of knowing that they were actually outnumbering Alliance and getting a team fight out of that. And not just that, something that we see often in a lot of games, like sometimes kill scores are even, but one is, ahead. It's just because you get things in return for your kills. And right now, DD is getting a lot in return for that kill.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a big team fight win. It's an Aegis of the Immortal. I think most likely still on Silent, and that's some critically needed breathing room, because if you look at their item loadouts, none of these heroes have anything of note, really. You've got part of a medallion on fucking Mad. You've got almost nothing on Queen of Pain, just power treads. Midas and nothing on Nature's Prophet. Phase boots and a bracer on the way to drums for Gyrocopter. They needed that fight so badly, because actually that looks bad, but then if you look at current gold, all of a sudden 3 of their heroes actually have a decent amount of gold to work with. So if DD hadn't won that, I think it would be looking incredibly bleak for them. As it is, there's a ray of sunshine, honestly.
Yeah, Fonzie picks up the Aegis, so that means he's got 2 mana pools to burn through next time. And I mean, he has been the one to stay alive for the longest time in a lot of fights, and normally just being on lower HP for the next fight because of it. But he doesn't die that easily, so I like seeing him with the Aegis. Just means that he can make even more of himself, doesn't have to blink out of very low HP, which he has been doing. In the meantime, Bane, he is still sitting on level 6. He's actually died 7 times. He's got boots. Yeah, he just doesn't look that good. And he just took down, he had his team take down Roshan, so he gets a bit extra gold. But this is just the result of not having any towers down on your opponent team. Supports get nothing.
Right.
That
Yeah,
is.
they might also go down also, because S4 is smoked up and looks for Godlike. Blinks in, skewers in towards the rest of the team. Godlike, you're dead. They do take a tier 1 on the bottom lane in the meantime though. That's Nature's Prophet's gold right there for Shokska.
Yeah, I mean, DD must clear out a little bit of map control, especially considering they're about to lose their final outer tower. I don't think they can defend this outer tower, so the least they can do is at least clear up Alliance's jungle a bit, give themselves access to that, try to defend these tier 3s, which is also pretty critical. I mean,
Yeah.
they have to do a lot of things still.
I mean, your tier 3s. Look at that tier 3. Just this free damage. Oh, EGM! Not entirely free anymore. EGM just got bursted down for the 7th time. Yeah.
Yeah, EGM a little bit way forward this game. He's almost playing that Melk / BDS role of I will, if you have to kill somebody, kill me on my team. But it's getting to be a little much. I don't think he needs to die 7 times to make that happen.
No, on the bright side for them, I mean, sometimes maybe you can consider him giving his life so that the rest of the team doesn't get the focus fire. You know, he takes some of the heat off the rest of the team so that the main heroes are able to stay alive. But still, it looks
Big fight coming
awkward. Here comes fucking Mad. They want to go for Loda. The sun is still there. The cooldown as well. They get Aki already and Loda dead. And the rest of the team, did they want to try and help out? Bulldog is going to be able to TP out. Like I said, not that much to interrupt that one from. The bear is, of course, now on the run. He will be able to blink himself out there in just a second. So there you go. So they get the 2 that got left behind. That's great for DD. They got split up, and that really hurt Alliance right there.
DD, that was such good movement from them there. A team that's mostly known for, you know, wacky drafts and making them work, but in this case, I mean, obviously they have the wacky draft for Lycan, but that was just excellent execution. The terrifyingly fast pincer motion from 2 directions, splitting up Alliance, because they don't all move at the same speed. Some of them can get out easily, some of them can't. And ensuring that they get the critical kill on the Alchemist as well as another kill on a support. Very nice. DD showing that Alliance, you might have gotten 6 of our towers down and we only have 1 of yours, but you do not have full map control. You cannot just have your run of the entire map.
No, DD showing that they're not out of this game just yet. Their power still lies in split pushing, and they're starting to reach for the point where they can do that fairly soon. We do have DD actually, Jolene or Shokska rather, having Mechanism ready. We have the armlet or the medallion on the Lycan. I'm actually thinking like they got the levels right now to go for that split push. They got the wolves on high level. They got the treants. They only need to have the opportunity, in which case knowing where Alliance is, and that map control is gonna come into play there. And then, if we look at the gold grab right now, it is of course heavily in favor of Alliance, but there are still so many towers standing for DD. That's free gold to pick up. If they pick up those towers and they're able to hold their own with this big of gold deficit, what can they do if they still pick up this gold which is on the map in form of towers?
Absolutely. The question becomes how much of the map can you farm and can DD equalize towers? In terms of teamfight, they're getting very close. So you can actually see they're ahead on XP now because they won so many fights without losing too many people. And you can already see Sakshka now feels confident. Now that they got this one tier 1 tower, they are already using this to farm Alliance's jungle. And that constrains the amount of air. You can see Loda right now is not farming. He's going to try to get this kill on Funzi, but actually does get the stun.
Yeah, but is it long enough? The blink will still be there, and she actually blinked the TP out. Bulldog not there in time. Splitter would be off mark, but was also too late regardless. Nice attempt though.
Yeah, honestly, it was a nice attempt, but this is still really sick play from DD. Make Alliance nervous about how much of the map they actually control, and if you do get a bunch of people TPing over, split push. The only thing is the split push might get really punished, but...
Yeah, we're gonna see that. There's 3 people of DD sitting around here. They're not the most tanky a bunch. 2 of them get stuck in an RP. There's a Splitter to follow it up. Catches Shokska in the middle of his wolf form. 1 already going down. I'd rather say shocking fucking mad. He goes down as well in the middle of his wolf form. Shokska was the one that didn't get caught in that RP and was able to actually just walk out of there as the courier of the Radiant side just got killed, courtesy of Funzi. He'll take his lead from that one. He's gonna try to blink himself out the moment that he can. Is able to do that, but the stun already following him. Is it long enough? I think it is. Here comes the Splitter as well. It misses, but it doesn't matter. The damage is there. 5 heroes versus 1.
Yeah,
not a chance.
It's 5 people. Surely between the 5 of them, they'll come up with some way of killing you.
Ooh, actually, that was the Salt Grass almost ready for Loda.
Yes.
In the courier that just died.
Oh, that's actually really brutal that they lost that opportunity. But you see the DD strategy trying to come into play there. Make Alliance worry about one part and split push another part. Of course, unfortunately, a little premature. And so as a result, wow, I think this tier 3 is down actually. They don't have fortification for another 10 seconds.
And the edict is just too painful there. I mean, yeah. Oh, first hit entangle. Of course it's a first hit entangle. It's Bulldog. How can we doubt that? They take the tier 3. They don't take anything in return. This just goes to show, like, they know right now that they're not gonna win a team fight head on, or at least not when everybody is ready there, and not without an RP, of course, as well. And it just shows that Alliance also still respects the position that DD have in this game, and they're willing to just take it slow and make it secure, as we do see Funzy once again on this bottom lane. Alliance, or Loda, just chasing him down, but knowing that he can't do anything. They both know that they can't do anything, so they just walk past each other, not doing anything, basically. Tier 2 tower, though, this bottom lane, it is very low. The tier 1 top already went down. This is Alliance slowly, or DD rather, slowly but steadily, getting some extra gold to their names, and we see a smoke up from them as well.
Yeah. I'm a little bit concerned about Funzy's damage and just Funzy in general. He's had a pretty slow game. You actually see that his net worth is barely better than Ake's and worse than EGM on Leshrac. This Queen of Pain isn't really very close to Scythe of Vice at all and has no other relevant items. A couple of hits from this, actually, what is... Sorry, a couple of hits from this Hyperstone Skullbasher Armlet Bear will bring that Queen of Pain down very, very quickly. Sorry, I was a bit blindsided by the fact that Bear appears to be building an Assault Cuirass, but Loda appears to be building an Assault Cuirass.
Let me get the right courier again. Yeah, it is, it's Loda's items.
So they'll probably just leave... I think what they're going to do is leave the Chainmail and go into a Mjolnir or a Maelstrom on the Bear.
Maybe they want 2. There you go.
Maybe that would be really bad. I usually try to equivocate and say, well, there are certain cases, no, that would be not a good idea.
Split pushing, or maybe you're gonna assume that Loda always runs in first and dies, and then you still have one. Nah. I don't know what they could have as reason for that, but we'll find out soon enough. I mean, for now, he still has those items. I mean, why not finish them maybe? But we'll find out. Is Alliance once again in the mid lane with 5 heroes, but they're getting split push right now. On the top lane, we see that both fucking Mad and Shokska are gonna try to take down this tier 2. This is the this is the death of the tier 2. There's no fortification, and Alliance is forced back. As we still have Loda. Oh, he's gonna let that stun. Shokska stunned, but no TP's in. This is just Loda. Oh, never mind that. He is able to do that just quite securely with the Soul Cuirass that he just picked up.
DD
and a
rune
DD rune as well. Exactly. Camel Core Rage. No hope for Shokska. He did take down the tower, so that's still something in return for that, but...
Yeah, it's an okay trade. They would have loved to actually get both of them out and still get the tower. But you see, this is what Alliance were trying to forestall with that extreme early aggression, was the point at which DD can push. And we're getting to the point at which DD is capable of pushing, but Loda really wants blood here. Still playing very aggressive.
Yeah, he no longer has his DD,
has to toss this
but he
soon.
does have that... Oh, nice nightmare!
Oh, dem invuln frames. That was so good. That's fighting game style right there, using the invulnerability second of the nightmare to dodge. Nice play.
Very nice. As we see, again, Alliance, they still have that RP up. They still just want to try to see how far they can get. And with that Edict, they can do this so much damage in a short period of time. Of course, the fortification this time is going to be there. It looks like they're going to get flanked from all sides here. As there's going to be an entangle up on Goblak. The Bear might be able to finish the job. The Brain Sip is still going to be there. Goblak running away will be able to do that. Fucking Mad pops his ghost. Pops his ghost. Wolf Form. Wow. Rogue RP. Awkward fight this is for me. But Silent, he pops his BKB. Look at that damage though. The entangle. Still there. Fiend's gonna pop an S4 will help bring him down. But as does Goblak. And Jolie is just able to run him away. But he's the only one that didn't die for his team. Double kill for Aki with his Enchantress sitting on the back end of things. We haven't really talked that much about him, but he is no longer in that support. He is definitely a dangerous one. The buyback came there from Silent, but this is looking to be about Gunish, maybe.
Yeah, Ake has the money for Aghanim's Scepter now. He actually has completed it basically as soon as he builds it. And Alliance just bursting down DD's mid. Like, okay, we're done playing games. We understand that you're in a position where you can split push. But we still have enough outer towers that you can't threaten our Raxes while we can threaten yours. I was just praising Goblak for the invuln frames, but I do have to say, I don't love the fact that he hasn't gone any Enfeeble. He's actually chosen 2 levels of stats over any ranks of Enfeeble. in my opinion, this is an excessively old school approach, Enfeeble is especially when you're behind in the amount of damage that your team can dish out, that Enfeeble is extremely important to reduce the damage that the Bear and the Alchemist can do to you. I really don't know about this. I feel that Enfeeble would have been a very strong pickup here.
Yeah, and Bulldog actually picks up the Mjolnir with the Hyperstone that he had. Tier 1 tower mid is in deny range, and the heroes will be forced out there. By the way, bit of awkward English from me there during that fight. Just want to say sorry for that. Don't know what happened with my brain. It just melted all of a sudden. Roshan is up. DD looking to... I don't know.
This is terrifying.
This is terrifying. This could be their last fight. Sprout up on the Bear. They did have vision there. It helps a bit, but... that Bear, one entangle, and that person is dead. EGM, pops the Ghost Scepter, trying to do what he can. Novan Edict, there's the RP up on 3, and that is also those 3 dead! 4 dead also, because on these sidelines, the rest is going to be picked up as well. Fonzie, the only one left alive, and the GG's been called. This was their last fight. It was a great fight from Alliance, but it kind of anticlimactic for DD.
So, to be fair to DD, I think a lot of people might criticize a little bit on, you know, choosing this Roshan fight, but you have to understand, DD have just lost 2 sets of Raxes in a game that they're already substantially behind in. Sometimes you have to make yourself look a little stupid, like, in my opinion, the Roshan was absolutely 100% the right call. Yes, your chances of actually sneaking or winning that Roshan are south of 20%, but your chances if you don't take it are even worse. You just lose slower. So they have to take the low percentage chance because it's high risk, but if they can get the Roshan, get the Aegis, and get out of there, it's basically their only hope whatsoever of getting back into the game. A good professional team is always going to maximize their chance of winning, even if that chance is super low. And sometimes that means doing stuff that if it fails, you look like an idiot. DD played well, they had a strategy, but Alliance in the end, showing some really uncharacteristic but impressive hyper-aggression early game to punish the greedy draft of DD.
Yeah, it is. I mean, at some point they look to be on a sort of comeback, but by that time the lead of Alliance was just too big to do anything about it. We're gonna see Alliance again though. This time they're gonna be up against KP, so that should be a very interesting match, as well as that's of course Envy up against this old team. And yeah, DD take their first loss in StarLadder with this game. And Alliance so far undefeated. Let's see if they can keep that up. We're gonna see them in the next game of StarLadder Season 6, day number 12. My name is Sheever. Casting with me today is Vykromond. You can follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/Vykromond or twitter.com/SheeverGaming. So do that and stick around for the next game of StarLadder Season 6.
Season 6 of the legendary StarLadder TV series. 16 top European teams, 120 season matches plus an epic LAN final voiced by your favorite shoutcasters. Watch the StarLadder TV matches using your Dota 2 client. Get an exclusive StarLadder HUD. Tickets on sale now.